My name is Johnny Girardi, DataSelf founder and CEO, and thanks for joining us. We know we are in unique times, kind of crazy. Here in the Bay Area, we are under a shelter-in-place rule. Unless we have basic essential needs, do not leave home. So many people, many companies out there are struggling with this time. So thank you for making your time to learn more about DataSelf. And as I go towards the end of the session, we're going to also be talking about what we're doing to make it easier for companies out there to also deal with these tough times and hopefully make it easier. So today we're talking about analytics in artificial intelligence for Acumatica. And let's discuss what challenges are being addressed by DataSelf. The most important one is decision makers usually struggle to have easy access to their reports, dashboards, and key performance indicators. Especially right now with this whole crazy things going on, they really need to focus on things that are critical, and they need to make those decisions based on facts, not only gut feeling. And having easy access to the reports and dashboards anytime, anywhere, being able to change, slice and dice, have ad hoc questions answers is critical. Now more than ever, but even when we get over this hump, those needs are usually reasons why people come to DataSelf, help decision makers with easier access to their KPIs. Second major challenges, IT people, consultants, business analysts are usually busy trying to come up with reports, dashboards, and frameworks, and exporting data to Excel, manipulating, checking security, and distributing reports is usually a lot of work for the IT people to support decision makers to be, to come up with their answers, to come up with their reports and dashboards. So very time consuming, and DataSelf usually dramatically reduces that time. At the end of the day, people go to DataSelf because they complain that reports, dashboard KPIs are slow and expensive. And nowadays, especially right now, they cannot afford it. They have to be more self-sufficient, and they have to free IT people to focus on things that only humans can do, not the mechanical parts associated to reports and dashboard maintenance. So let's see in practical terms the front end of DataSelf and how we address many of those issues. I'm going to get out of the PowerPoint, go into an Acumatica sandbox, and show the natural language functionality available in DataSelf and how empowering it is for decision makers. Natural language is like searching on the internet. You ask a question, you press enter, and hopefully you get an answer. Let's see it. Sales by salesperson in 2019, enter. Simple question. What happens? On the fly, an instant accurate report is created from scratch. By salesperson, I see sales. And when I put the mouse over each bar, it shows me more details, like the actual sales in 2019 for that particular salesperson. It's that easy. Questions, English, plain English. Maybe I want to break down this by month. Press enter. What happens is the tool, which has artificial intelligence and machine learning behind the scenes, tries to understand what I typed and come up with an answer in a format it believes it works for me. In this example, in 2019, by month, by salesperson, it gave me a line chart. Instant, accurate answer to my question. Now, I might not like line charts. I might not like charts at all. I might be in the accounting department and want numbers by the penny. How can I get them? Easy. On the right here is showing there's a line chart. I'm going to tell the tool, show me this on a text table instead, or another chart format. And by choosing text table, there it is, exactly the way that I want it. Now, some people want to export the data into Excel to do more manipulation. Absolutely. Let's say I want to get this data point here, and I want to export this data to Excel. I click View Data. Then it will give me access to all the data behind the scenes with every single line detail, everything behind the data point. I click Download, and then I'll get an Excel file that will let me manipulate in Excel all of the data that was behind that particular data point. Super easy to go from high-level aggregated data, slice and dice it using natural language, export into Excel if you want to, and do whatever you want in Excel. Super empowering for decision makers. By the way, if I had logged with the right credentials, which I did not, I would have a save button. So if I want to save this report for later use or for sharing with other people, I could. Unfortunately, I didn't log with the right credentials, so I cannot save right now, but yes, you can save reports and dashboards. Let me clear and build another query. Top 10 customers by sales in April 2019. A more elaborate question. And just to show you, this time I did not press enter yet. And the tool popped two different options at the bottom. Just like in Google or Bing, when you ask a question, you press enter, it lists the options that matched your question. Again, what's happening is artificial intelligence, look at the words, come up with an answer to what you're asking, and then list the options. Sometimes it can find an option because it didn't understand you, just like, searching on the internet. But sometimes, by the way, if I just press enter, by default, it chooses the first option. And sometimes it's not the right one. Sometimes you have to actually choose the second, the third, the fifth, the 10th one. Anyhow, that's how natural language works behind the scene. It's giving options and executing. I'm going to press enter because, again, the engine got exactly what I meant in the first option. In this example, again, instant accurate answer. My customers, sales in April. Blue means in, meaning inside of my top 10 customers. And somehow, for some reason, it decided to give me out, which is customers that are not part of the top 10. Okay, it's okay. Maybe I didn't want to see, but it gave me. But I can clearly see the top 10. And yes, if you want to see in a text format, absolutely, you come back to this drop down, choose text table, and you go back to seeing this information on a text table format. And in this case, because it's text table, the engine decided to not give me anything but the top 10. Thank you. Sometimes computers understand me. Great. Now, when you look at the report, actually it's listing customers alphabetically. No, I actually want to see sorted descending. Computer, come on, you should know me. Well, the way I can change the sort, I could just type in sort by sales, or if I put the mouse over the customer, there's this sort icon. I can come over here and say sort by sales. And then it's going to sort descending order by sales. The point is easy, empowering, natural language, very simple techniques will enable decision makers to be a lot more self-sufficient. Last example, I'm going to type gross profit by state, press enter, and a beautiful map shows up because I chose a state where the gross profit is the color legend, and I can see how I'm doing by state, the gross profit. And if I choose by year as a map, then what happens is it will break down into my sample database. I have 2 years worth of data. Is going to show for 2 years how I'm doing by state with the gross profitability. And yes, you can see as a table. Sorry, I'm showing this again because so many times people say, hey, can I see on a table? Hey, can I see on a table? So yes, any point in DataSelf, you can easily convert something that is in a chart format into text or vice versa. It's usually a click or a couple of clicks away. So what I showed is focused on decision makers, easy, empowering, anytime, anywhere. But many reports and dashboards, they can be very complex. In natural language, cannot answer all the questions. Just like searching the internet, you gotta sometimes and quite often call the expert for more complex requirements. That's what I'm gonna show now. I'm gonna go into the report and dashboard editor in DataSelf to show the mechanics of how to build more complex reports and dashboards. I'm gonna build a simple one, but show the mechanics that the foundation where you can build very complex ones. I'm looking at sales, and I'm going to build a report and a dashboard showing sales by customer, by year, broken down by product, and then do some trend analysis around product classes. So let's start. I want to see customer. I want to see sales, just drag and drop. So by customer sales, I want to see by year. I'm going to drag and drop invoice date to my columns. So I see by year, and I want to break down by product. Just drag and drop, point and click, and I built a simple yet powerful report showing by customer, by product, sales the past 2 years. There's a lot more things you can do, filtering, change over time. There's can do a lot, but drag and drop, you can do a lot of the basics. Next, I want to show how to build a trend analysis. I want to see sales, double-click sales, double-click invoice date, show this over by month. So seeing sales by month in the whole company history. My kids are making noise here. Sorry if this is distracting you. You know, as I mentioned, I have my kids at home. So sales by month in the whole company history. I also want to see quantity sold, so I'm adding quantity sold to the report. Top sales, bottom quantity sold. And I want to show this on a dual axis approach. So everything on a dual axis, bars, quantity sold, sales, the trend line. And finally, I want to add product class as part of my analysis. So just drag and drop product class in the report. So I will have a section for each product class in the trend analysis. In my example, core line is so much bigger than anything else. And let's say I don't care the core line because I only care about the other, product classes. I'm going to click product line and say exclude is not my area. And by doing so, now I see all the other product classes in a better format. And that's it. I built those 2 reports from scratch, point and click, drag and drop, no programming involved to do a lot of the things. And now I'm going to create a new dashboard where I can see both information side by side. So I'll put the grid analysis on the left. I'll put the trend analysis on the right. I'll get a little bit more room in the report. And finally, once you build it, now I have all the grid report here, the trend analysis here, and if I pick a product class on the right, it will automatically filter the details on the left to just show customers and products associated with this particular product class. And of course, you can use Windows standards. I'm going to press and hold the control button to select 2, 3 different product classes, and automatically it filters on the left, customers and product sales associated only to those 3 product classes. So this is the basic functionality to create new reports and dashboards. You can build very complex ones by using the report and dashboard editor. Still the basics, with a few hours of training, you can do a lot with little training involved. This tool is really helpful and easier to use even for IT and consulting people, much easier than the built-in functionality in ERP systems. All right, so I just showed the natural language as well as the report and dashboard editor. Now I'm going to show a little bit of what's included available out of the box for Acumatica with advanced analytics. And I'm going to show the sales year over year dashboard. So this is a dashboard available out of the box. You know, once we deploy in a few hours, it's up and running with your data. What it shows is in the current fiscal year in my sample database 2019, I see for all periods. So sales is for this year is in dark blue, fadeaway blue, sales last year, and the variance, I'm declining. However, in my sample database, today is October the 8th. So as you can see also in the trend line, the dark blue this year, right now, October sales is slow, and of course, no sales for the future. While last year, the fading away blue is across the whole year. So common, you want to analyze year-to-date analysis or a few months last year versus this year, the second quarter, the third quarter, maybe a single month. Super easy with this dashboard. I want to see, let's say, year-to-date comparison to the period 9, you know, 9 full periods. I just unselect periods 10 to 12, press apply. Now the dashboard changes to only show the full periods. And now actually I am growing about 11%. Pat on the back. Analysis by location, bigger bubbles, bigger sales this year. And black is growing since last year. Red is declining since last year. So Texas is nicely growing since last year by 38%. Pretty good. And then I see customers, sales last year, this year, and it's sorted in a descending order by this year, and what has changed since last year. Same information for product. Now, when I look at this report, my top customer has a major decline in sales. What about it? Do I have more customers that are declining in sales? Well, maybe I want to see that. It's very easy to put the mouse over these columns to sort using this sort icon. I go to the VAR and I click once to see the variance. Now I'm sorting in a descending order, meaning these customers are growing the most in sales since last year. Cool. I'm going to sort, click again the sort icon, and now I see in an ascending order, meaning these customers are declining the most in sales since last year. Pretty critical information. And my top 2 customers by sales decline is over $1 million. I'm going to select them to see why, what's going on. When I select those 2 bars, the whole dashboard changes. These are the totals for these 2 customers. I have a drop of 33% in sales since last year to date. Trend analysis, you know, this year below by far last year. What's happening from a location standpoint in products that are being driving these trends. And maybe I want to see decline by product. I can sort here as well. Click once. Some products are actually growing since last year to date. Click again. These products are driving the biggest decline in sales with these customers. And let's say if I select these 3 products, again, the dashboard is filtered by these 3 products. And in a production system, if I click sales details now, it will pop at the bottom of this report all the details, like in a GI, but in a better way to look at the information. Periods, salespeople, customer, document dates, document number, product, quantities, all the details. And yes, you can export to Excel if you want to do manipulation outside of this. The point is, these dashboards are highly interactive. Like in Acumatica, if you click something, you always go to the GI to go to the underlying data, and sometimes that's too much information. People want to analyze first the big trends before they drill down to the details, and DataSelf provides a kind of framework. We have a lot more. We have AR aging, AP aging, cash flow projection, sales order, product on hand, P&L. We have a lot more to cover, but I just gave you an overview of what the solution can do from a customization standpoint, as well as some of the out-of-the-box reports and dashboards included. Let me switch back to my PowerPoint to wrap up this in a few minutes. How the solution works. We pull data from Acumatica through OData. So the data comes into DataSelf Analytics Server. We use natural language, artificial intelligence, machine learning, a transparent data warehouse to deliver reports and dashboards. The tool, the platform is powered by tools like Tableau, Power BI, SQL Server, and our own extraction tool. At the end of the day, it returns back to Acumatica business intelligence. It allows users to be a lot more independent, a lot more self-sufficient, and it allows the IT people to be a lot more productive, supporting decision makers with their data analysis needs. That's how the solution works behind the scenes. Pricing, the solution is $299 per month, and this pricing includes AP and AR aging, AR sales, schedule projection, financials, which is pretty much P&L and some GL analytics, and it also includes 10 named users. For additional costs, you can add more users, or you can also add what we call the distribution edition, which includes sales order, purchase order, and inventory analysis. We're also adding construction edition and some others. So keep an eye as we evolve and roll out more editions. Since we are in unique times, we are extending a special promotion of this price for 40 users, not 10, 40 users through June the 30th. We believe that by then, we're going to be getting over this hump and our lives will be back to normal. So we're counting on that. And we have inventory of user licenses that we can provide to our clients, so you guys can hopefully, as you are addressing all of these changes, at least you can get better reporting for a lot more users for a very low cost, and hopefully, you know, get back to our normal lives sooner than later. So we're kind of trying to do our contribution. When June 30 comes, then you can just drop the additional users, no question asked, no extra money required, or you can just license additional users as needed, you know, on top of 10. So after June 30th, you know, drop or pay users as needed. This is a month-to-month contract, so if it doesn't work for you, you can cut it anytime. But I can tell you, if you start with DataSelf, you will love it. And your salespeople, your decision maker is going to say, "Oh my God, thank God we have a tool now that we can run with it without calling for assistance all the time." The promotion, as I mentioned, has limited availability. If you want to take advantage of it, please contact us quickly so we can get the ball rolling. How can you get the ball rolling? Let me just go back to our website. If you go to dataself.com, click Acumatica icon, and then click Advanced Analytics button right here in the middle. This page has a lot of information around Advanced Analytics, including this video that has, actually there are 4 videos covering what I covered here today in a more concise way. If you scroll down, there's a lot of, you know, additional information, technical information, business information, more details about how pricing works. So take a look to see how it works. And again, right now, we are not charging an extra $200 for 40 users through June the 30th. Scroll down further, you have more information. And you also have this page where if you click here, Core Financials, it will give you a screenshot of many of the out-of-the-box reports available with the Core Financials solution. So feel free to explore. And if or when you're ready to move forward, click the Deploy Analytics Now button. In about 15 minutes later, you'll be done with it. 15 minutes is the time it takes to deploy Advanced Analytics. There are 2 technical steps: is creating a user for DataSelf and uploading GIs, generic inquiries. The form provides instructions on how to do it, but we highly encourage you to involve your VAR, Acumatica VAR, to assist you in the process. But anyhow, 15 minutes is the time it takes to deploy DataSelf Analytics, and you get it up and running. We do also have DataSelf Enterprise Analytics. Is a product that can do a lot more than what I covered today. Today's a lot, it's already a lot, but yes, we have Enterprise Analytics. We can do even a lot more. Multi-company, multi-tenant. If you want to bring more data sources together, maybe you have a point of sale system, maybe you have a different e-commerce platform, maybe you have Salesforce.com, maybe Google Analytics, whatever it is. Enterprise can bring all of your data together. I hope you have found this webinar informative. We're running out of time, so we're going to be skipping questions. But if you do have questions, please contact us. And here you'll have my phone number and email address. Feel free to contact us to explain you the situation that you're going through and see how we can help. Thank you again for investing your time in these challenging times. We're doing our best to assist our clients to navigate and hopefully take the burden out of your team and empowering your decision makers so they can focus on facts on where your company must be putting resources to weather this challenging time. So we hope we can help you, and we're doing our best to facilitate that. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.